now I've got all the cables tied into place. I've just been starting to put things back together from the bike. The handlebars, I've got the new rubbers back on it. And I've started with the controls. I've got here the accelerator. You can have these things where you want them. It's up to you. But I want it that side because this side I've got gears. So I've already got a busy hand there. So this is my accelerator side. The controller, I haven't finished putting this on yet. It just clips over. And then you put these two rubber bumpers in. And we've got some screws in. And the control for that menu system I'm putting on this side again. Because I'll be accelerating there, and I'll be able to put lights on and change things and so on and so forth there. I think they're supposed to go that way as well because it's the eyes upside down and stuff. I'm not bothered. I'd rather have it this way then. Speed sensor is down here. Is it this side? No, it's on this side now because I turned it over. Speed sensor's down here. Nothing's set yet or aligned, but it's roughly where I want it to be. I've got the cables running up here, and here they are. These are the ones that's going to go through and up to here to feed this lot. There's a lot of cable. And you can't really shorten any of it. These all go together. That's going into there. So this goes into here, like so. And I've got my brake sensors still to put on. So I'm just going to fasten these on now. This is all not so much self-explanatory as it'll be different with yours than it is with mine. You'll put things in different places. You'll have to put things in different places in some cases. You'll want to put things in different places in other cases. So actually going through exactly where to put all this lot is just pointless because I'll be wrong. I decided I'm going to get some tape to run around my handlebars, some black tape. Because I want to bind up all these cables. I don't like them all just sitting across it. It just looks messy. I don't like messiness all the time everywhere. I want to get it all tidied up. So I'm going to get some tape to run across these two bits here to make it all nice and tight up. Put that under, bring it back out again. Yes, that's it. That's good and tight. And I'll put one on there. And that's this bit done. That way. It also gives me even space for the brake levers because I've got a spacer here now with the accelerator from the brake, pushing the brake over a little bit, but it's still comfortable. But I want that to be the same feel. So in the same place now. The gears are easy to operate, controls are easy to operate. This gear is not working anymore. I did want that as the accelerator, it would have been nice. But there's no way of doing it. It's electronic in there, this is mechanical. I don't want to go damaging stuff. Okay, so this bit has to go across the controller. Again, will be taped up. That bit's got to connect, that bit's got to connect, that's got to connect. Then we've got these. These need to go onto here magnetically and be set with magnets on them. I'll have to play around with that to get it to work, and then they go back to here. So that's something else. Probably a bit of Araldite or something on that black bit there, that'll do it. As long as I can still get the cable in and out. So anyway, we'll play around and see what we can do. Underneath. Yeah, underneath I don't see it. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. And then the big trouble one. The battery. Now I want it at the back, I want the battery to slide on that way underneath my backside and they'll connect into there. But they'll be discreetly connected into there, so they'll be up here. I just got to make something to fill this gap. Start playing around with some steel, mould a shape, make a base the size of this and come down and clamp onto that. And then probably spray it yellow to match so it disappears. So that's something to play with, more to play with. But things are coming together slowly. I've got to get a new gear cable because that one's frayed on me and snapped, so I need a 1700 gear cable for them back gears. This is the battery I got. It's a 48 volt 13 amp hour battery. It's key lock, USB connector, on off switch, charger, and it's pretty good charge you get with it and all. This is the charge you get with you, which is pretty good. Fuses, you get some spare fuses as well, 240 volts straight out indicator, it tells you when it's charged. And it's even got on there telling you what voltages it'll do. This is 2 amps at 54.6 volts, so it'll do that battery and some. So that's good. Good solid charger, not one of these little plastic things that you usually get. Next stage is the battery. What I've come up with is this piece of aluminium. I'm still, what's wrong with that? It's drilled, ready for the plate to go onto it. And it will be secured there. That will allow this to fasten and the battery, hold it up a bit there, and the battery will slot onto that. I've got some adjustment there. If I decide I want it a little bit further forward or a little bit backwards, I can do. That's them holes are pre-drilled. Holes I put there, I'm going to drill and pop with it. But first I want to polish it all up and make it the same colour. So I'm going to spray it to match, just so it takes the eye off it. It doesn't look like an ugly piece of metal standing there, which I don't want. Right, now just a quick note, for any of you that's actually restoring a bike, bringing it up to condition like I am with this. I've had it 20 years, so despite the fact it's been well looked after, certain things do deteriorate, like the cables. I stripped out the brake cables, wire wool, oil, spent ages cleaning them all up, putting them back together again. But yesterday, when assembling the the gear selector, it got damaged on the tip and one of the threads come off, which meant it was going to start snagging from there on. So I decided, scrap that, go back home. Well, there we are. I've got here 4 inners, because that's what you buy, the inners. 4 inners, brand new, for the brake cables. 2 meters long, far longer than I need. I only need 2, I've got 4. For the gears, used to be 2 on a mountain bike. This one only has 1 now, and if you're converting, you'll only have 1 now. 4 of them and all 2 meters long. All the little clip ends to close them up. New little rubber rings to keep them clean going on. The whole lot, £6 from Amazon. What was the point of cleaning, really? If I'd known there were £6 in the first place, I'd have just ripped them out. So there you go. If you've not spent ages like I did cleaning already, don't. Go buy some new ones and throw them away. Right, anyway, so get this now sanded off, cleaned off, and round to get it sprayed. There's still some sharp bits on it, I'm going to get rid of them as well. Okay, the last part to get sorted out is this battery. Everything else is ready. I made this aluminium shape that sits on the crossbar, which will give me now a level playing field. And I put some bolts in where they're supposed to go for adjustment, with nuts underneath. But I'm going to attach this to the body with expanding foam and some pop rivets. Going a little bit OTT, I know, but I want to make damn sure it can't come off at all. That is this part. This will still be able to. But what I'm thinking at the moment is that when I want to adjust this, these nuts I'm not going to be able to get to again. They're going to be underneath. So I am now going to just owl-dike them, just the nuts, into place to make it so that I can adjust them things after it's all been hard glued into place. Doesn't need much, you know what owl-dike's like, and it doesn't take long. Now I want to get this thing set in the expanding foam tonight because it needs time. And that way then, tomorrow, it'll be ready for the battery to go on and to give it some testing. See what it's all like. I have to say it's been a lot quicker production than I expected. I was ready and quite happy to take my time and just let it develop slowly. But it seems once the parts arrived and I made an actual start, things went quite quick. I hit very few obstacles, apart from the nightmare one of thinking the whole thing wasn't going to work at all because of the motor not sitting properly. But it does sit properly, it's just me not knowing what I'm doing. That was all it was. Right, okay, let's leave that for half an hour and then I shall glue it to the body of the bike.